My dear listener, angels have an urgent message for you today. There is a shift happening in the spiritual realm right now, and your person, the one who once took your presence for granted, is feeling it with an intensity they cannot ignore. While you have been walking in your healing, growing stronger and stepping into the fullness of who God created you to be, they have been watching from a distance, and what they're seeing is shaking them to their core. The transformation happening within you is not something they can dismiss anymore, not something they can pretend doesn't affect them deeply. Every step you take forward without them is a step that creates more distance, and that distance is finally making them understand what they've lost. They see you being admired. They see other people, good people, worthy people, taking notice of the light that radiates from you, the peace that surrounds you, the grace with which you carry yourself. And suddenly, the reality is hitting them like a thunderbolt. If they don't act soon, they will lose you forever. Not to time, not to distance, but to someone who will value what they foolishly let slip away. The attention you're receiving from others isn't going unnoticed by them. In fact, it's tormenting them, keeping them awake at night, forcing them to confront the magnitude of their mistake. They're watching potential suitors recognize your worth, and it's creating a panic within them that grows stronger with each passing day. Scripture reminds us in Galatians 6:7, "Do not be deceived, God is not mocked. A person reaps what they sow." And my dear, they are reaping the consequences of their indecision, their entertaining of other options while keeping you in limbo. The universe has a way of teaching us through loss, and right now your absence is teaching them the most painful lesson of their life. Every moment they spent taking you for granted, every time they made you feel like an option rather than a priority, every instance where they failed to honor your love, all of it is coming back to them now with crushing weight. This is divine justice unfolding, not in a cruel way, but in a way that serves both your healing and their awakening to truth. When you set those boundaries, when you chose yourself, your peace, your dignity, you weren't being cruel. You were being obedient to divine wisdom. God was protecting you from a half-hearted love, from someone who hadn't yet learned your worth, and in your absence, that lesson is finally breaking through their confusion. The boundaries you established weren't walls meant to punish them. They were necessary lines drawn in the sand to protect your spirit from further damage. You honored yourself when they couldn't honor you, and that act of self-love has become the very catalyst for their transformation and your elevation. They remember everything now. The way you loved them unconditionally, without demands, without games, the way your presence felt like home, the connection that made them feel truly seen, truly valued, truly understood. And they're realizing with crushing clarity that no one else has ever loved them the way you did, and no one else ever will. Your love wasn't ordinary. It was the kind that asked for nothing yet gave everything, the kind that saw their potential even when they couldn't see it themselves. They're comparing every interaction, every conversation, every moment with others to what they had with you, and nothing measures up. The depth of care you showed them, the patience you extended, the way you believed in them. These are irreplaceable treasures they didn't fully appreciate until they were gone. The memories haunt them. Every song, every place, every quiet moment brings them back to you. They've tried to move on, tried to convince themselves they could live without you, but their soul refuses to forget. And now, watching others appreciate what they abandoned, The desperation is building. The fear of losing you to someone who will cherish you the way they should have is consuming them. They see how others light up in your presence, how conversations flow naturally, how genuine interest is being shown toward you, and it's driving them to the edge of desperation. What they took for granted, others are recognizing as rare and precious, and that realization is tearing them apart from the inside. If you feel led to support this mission of spreading prophetic and anointed words from heaven, consider contributing through a super thanks. Whether it's $5, $10, $20 or more, may God bless every giver 100-fold and return to you the desires of your heart in divine timing. Your offering helps us continue to share God's love with those who need it most. Together we are building a community rooted in faith, anchored in love, and aligned with purpose. My dear listener, here is the divine truth. The angels want you to understand their awakening is not your responsibility to fix. Their regret, their longing, their sudden clarity, these are the fruits of their own choices, the harvest of seeds they planted when they chose uncertainty over commitment. You are not obligated to rush to their rescue simply because they've finally opened their eyes to what was always in front of them. Their journey to recognition has been their own to walk. And while it's painful to witness someone you care about struggle, you must remember that this struggle is necessary for genuine growth. Your role is not to make their realization easier, or to shoulder the burden of their regret. Your role is to continue honoring yourself in the path God has laid before you. You have been in a season of transformation. While they were confused, you were growing. While they were entertaining distractions, you were building yourself back up, brick by brick, prayer by prayer, and the woman they see now is not the same woman who once waited in the shadows of their indecision. You have evolved. You have risen. You have remembered your worth. The time apart wasn't wasted. It was sacred preparation, a divine refining process that stripped away your tolerance for less than you deserve. You've learned to stand in your power, to recognize your value without needing external validation, and to trust that God's plan for you includes nothing less than wholehearted, committed love. This transformation is evident in everything about you: the way you carry yourself, the peace that radiates from you, the boundaries you now protect without guilt or apology. And yes, they are ready to reach out. They are preparing to confess what they've held back, to fight for the connection they so carelessly jeopardized. The song "I'm Ready" by Bryan Adams echoes in their spirit. They want to tell you they're finally certain, finally ready, finally sure. Their words are forming, their courage is building, and the urgency to reconnect with you is reaching a breaking point. They're rehearsing what they'll say, imagining the moment of reunion, hoping and praying that when they finally express their truth, you'll still be there to receive it. The desperation to make things right, to undo the damage, to prove they've changed, all of it is swirling within them, pushing them closer to the moment of reaching out. But beloved, here is the question that matters. Are you? Do you still want them the way you once did? Or has this journey shown you that you deserve more? Has your time apart revealed qualities you need that they may not possess? Or has it confirmed that despite everything, this connection is worth rebuilding on a stronger foundation? Ecclesiastes 3:1 tells us, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens." There was a season when you would have received them with open arms, when any gesture of affection would have melted your resolve. But this is a new season. You are not the same person who once begged for crumbs of their attention. You have been refined by fire, strengthened through heartbreak, and elevated by God's grace into a woman who knows her worth and refuses to settle for anything less than she deserves. So when they come, and beloved, they will come, you must ask yourself, has the lesson truly been learned? Is this genuine transformation or temporary panic? Are they returning because they've grown, or simply because they're afraid of losing you to someone else? These are not questions to be answered lightly or dismissed in the heat of emotion. True change reveals itself through consistent action over time, not through eloquent words spoken in moments of desperation. You have every right to be cautious, to take your time, to require proof that this awakening is permanent, and not just a reaction to seeing you thrive without them. Watch their actions more than their words. See if they've done the internal work necessary to show up as the partner you've always deserved, or if they're simply trying to reclaim what made them comfortable. Remember Proverbs 31:25. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. You are that woman now. You are no longer moved by pretty words or desperate confessions. You require consistent action, genuine change, and proof of growth. The woman you've become doesn't crumble at the first sign of affection or attention from someone who once withheld it. You stand firm in your standards, clear in your expectations, and confident in your decision-making. You've learned through pain and perseverance that dignified love doesn't beg, doesn't chase, and doesn't compromise core values for the sake of temporary comfort. You can face whatever comes next, whether it's reconciliation or closure, with your head held high and your heart protected by divine wisdom. The angels want you to know this. You hold the power now, not in a vengeful way, but in a sovereign, divinely appointed way. They may be realizing your worth, but you get to decide if they're worthy of another chance. You get to decide if their transformation is real or if this is just fear speaking. The dynamic has shifted. You are no longer the one waiting, hoping, wondering if you'll be chosen. You are now the one who chooses. And that choice should be made with clarity, prayer, and absolute certainty that whatever decision you make honors the woman you've become. Your power isn't about making them suffer or proving a point. It's about recognizing that you are the prize, the blessing, the gift, and anyone who receives another opportunity to love you should be worthy of that sacred privilege. Others are admiring you because you are admirable. Others are drawn to you because you shine with authentic light that cannot be dimmed or diminished by past hurt. And whether or not this person steps up and proves themselves worthy of a second chance, your future is bright and full of promise. God has been preparing you for a love that doesn't waver, that doesn't play games, that doesn't need to lose you to appreciate you. You've been positioned for overflow of love, joy, peace, and genuine partnership. The season you've walked through wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to break open the limitations you'd placed on yourself, to expand your capacity to receive the extraordinary love that God has always intended for you. Your healing has made space for miracles, and the universe is conspiring in your favor. So take your time. Pray on it. Listen to your spirit, not just your emotions or memories of what used to be, and trust that whatever you decide, you are walking in divine timing with divine protection surrounding you. You are cherished by heaven, chosen for greatness, and exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. If this person is meant to be part of your future, God will confirm it through peace, through alignment, through undeniable signs that this is right. And if they're not, God will close that door firmly while opening windows to possibilities more beautiful than you've imagined. Either way, you win, because you've already reclaimed yourself, and that is the greatest victory of all. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this child of yours who has walked through the fire and emerged stronger, wiser, and more radiant than ever before. Lord, grant them divine discernment as they navigate this season of decision-making and potential reconciliation. Help them to see clearly beyond words and promises, to hear your voice above all others, and to choose what aligns perfectly with your will for their life. Protect their heart from manipulation, their mind from confusion, and their spirit from settling for less than your best. Affirm their worth daily. Remind them of how far they've come, and surround them with love that honors their journey and celebrates their transformation. If this person is meant to return, transform them completely. Renew their mind, purify their intentions, and prepare them to love correctly. If not, prepare someone even better, someone who has already done the work, someone who will recognize their value from day one and never make them question their place. We trust your timing above all else, your wisdom beyond our understanding, and your unfailing love that never leaves us nor forsakes us. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen.